Al Jean, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
How you doing today?
Very well.
So this Sunday, the special episode for The Simpsons, Homer is going live, yeah?
Yep. At the end of the episode, for 3 minutes, Homer will take questions live from viewers and respond. The animation will be done in real time, and it will look like the show. It's very exciting. People say, how good is it going to be? And I go, I don't know. That's the exciting part.
Now, Al, I always thought that live animation was a terrible strain on the animator's wrists.
Yeah, I actually heard that once or twice in the preceding weeks from one of our episodes. You know, this is done with a process called motion capture, where formerly you like hook electrodes to the performer, but it actually is done just by motion through a camera. As Dan talks, the moves he makes are translated immediately into animation, and it just has it's a process where you can't interact with other characters, but it looks very convincing.
Now, what's it like with The Simpsons? You know, for example, that joke right there, it's a terrible strain on the animator's wrists. You guys almost kind of set yourself up for your own joke. But The Simpsons have had a long history of predicting cultural norms, or that you guys are getting credit for predicting the Trump presidency and for the phone watch and all this stuff. I mean, do you have like a secret wizard locked up in a closet somewhere that you just reference every now and then? How does that work?
Well, what I'm reminded of is that I just watched the movie 2001 recently, and, it predicted so many things like, video conferencing. And I think that if you study what's going on and you try to think about where you're going to be, and we're always a show that's writing a year or two in advance, that you really can make some general predictions about the future. You certainly can't predict, crazy things that are going to happen. But we also have the benefit that people only remember our good predictions. When you have like 30 years worth of material, they don't have to cite everything. If you just make 2 or 3 lucky guesses, then you're considered Nostradamus.
Now, growing up for me, I was born in '84, so I grew up right in the prime of The Simpsons. And I remember going to school Monday morning. You were a leper if you did not watch the latest Simpsons episodes, because my friends and I, we spoke Simpsons. If that's fair to say. It was never conversations. It was more of just like our favorite lines or moments from the episode. We would just go back and forth. I'm sure like if someone listened in, we sounded like crazy people. Some of them maybe have been relevant to what was going on around us, but it was really just, we just spoke the Simpsons language. For you guys writing in the writers' rooms, what was the language you spoke?
Well, I'll tell you what's insane to me, having been there from the start, is that this stuff was real to us. For example, when I was a kid, I got a Valentine that said, "Choo choo, choose me." And now it's on the show, and now it's probably the most famous Valentine that ever existed. And I go, it's insane. I mean, the little personal thing from your life that you never thought anyone would hear about is now like this thing that people I even heard, say it when they proposed. So I can't describe it except to say wonderful and surreal. It's just bizarre, and we were just trying to do a good show. I mean, we were never going, well, I want people to be talking about monorails in 30 years. It was just, hey, here's a funny idea. And the longevity of it, I think it is, it's true with Disney and a lot of things. When you appeal to kids, you really appeal to the future. You're really going to live a long time.
The Simpsons just seems to go and go and go some more. Is there any end in sight in your mind?
No, we're definitely doing season 28. We're recording that now. The cast has options for 2 more years, 29 and 30. It could end there, but it very well could keep going on. We continue to do well for the network, very well internationally. We're in syndication. There's so many ways that the show is succeeding. The end date, I don't know.
Well, I hope there is no end date. I'm in that camp because The Simpsons was such a key part of my growing up, and there's so much nostalgia to it. I'm sure with everybody listening as well. You say The Simpsons, and it doesn't have to be the same memory, but like you said, somebody's favorite memory over all of those years of history of doing that show comes to mind.
Yeah, the way I run the show, it's always assuming it never ends. We're never building to a climax. We're just To me, infinity.
Al Jean, again, the executive producer for The Simpsons. Special episode this Sunday. And if you follow him on Twitter, I saw that you tweeted out a phone number that people can call during the show, during that live
the number.
segment.
Yeah, if you call it now, you just get Homer saying, "You're calling too early." So it'll be open at 8 o'clock Eastern, the night of the event. And, call early. And if you have a good question, you got to be over 18. And it's, a question for Homer, not a question about, episode 6, season 5. We'll do it.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to this, to seeing how it goes. Al Jean, thank you so much for the time today, sir.
Thank you.